alaikum and hi everyone. This is Safia from Safa Creations, a journey into creativity in New Zealand. Now this is my very first YouTube video, so please do forgive me for any mistakes made. I'm actually a teacher, just a little bit of background about myself. I'm actually a teacher by profession, but since we are currently in lockdown due to COVID, yes, we now have the Delta variant in New Zealand. So, yeah, unfortunately, back in lockdown in New Zealand. So, during this lockdown, with so much time at hand and not being able to be at school, I decided to go with my other passion of crafting and creating things. Actually, as a teacher at school, I'm very involved. I'm one of those teachers who enjoys the creativity part of things at school. So yeah, always getting up to making things with the children as well. So Father's Day will be coming up this Sunday, people. So I wanted to share this journal album that I put together for Father's Day. Now, I bought this journal pack. This whole journal pack, okay. It's actually made of chipboard, I would think, or hardboard. So I bought that off a stash market sale, and I thought, hey, that would be perfect for a daddy album. And in fact, a lot of the papers that I bought were from that stash market too. So I'm going to talk you through how I made this album, or the details of this album if you would like, just a little tour of what I've got up to as I was making this album. Okay, so I'm not gonna just putting this out there that this album was not created using any machines like the Cricut or the Big Shot, or any of the fancy machines that we have today on the market. I cannot afford those yet, so yeah, I'm just making do with what I have, which is good old scissors, a good pair of scissors, and a good craft knife. Yep, that's all I used to make my album. And so I'm not going to talk about the cover page yet, because I worked on that last, so I want to come back to that last. So I'll start off by talking you through each page now. So yeah, as I say, it's not bound together. I still have to bind it all together. I thought it would be much easier showing you the pages first like this. So for this page, I did like just a simple step card. So yeah, so it's a long piece of card that's cut up, a long piece, folded over, simple folds, and then yeah, just made that into a card there. So it says on the front here, it says Cool Daddy Poems. So what I've done at the front of it, I got my daughter and her friend to run out a couple copies of these poems for Dad, and yeah, so I popped those in there. Yep, thank you girls for your contribution to my album. And then at the back of that, I've popped in, I'll turn this around for you to see. So I popped in a little photo, see, a little photo pocket there. Okay, and then at the back now, whoever gets this album, they can then add in daddy photos or more poems for Dad at the back. Yep, so that one's. So I just want to run you through this page here. This is quite a special page because this idea came off Facebook group that I joined. It's a scrapbooking group on Facebook, and well, actually I came up with a suggestion. I said, hey, like, we are from all different parts of the world, and how about if we use the same pattern paper? And then a lot of the ladies were quite happy with that idea, and so they decided, okay, for the August challenge, we'll use this plaid paper. So that worked out quite well for me, because this album, you know, just thinking about an album for Dad, I thought, oh, well, I could make a lovely shirt out of the plaid paper. So that's what I did. I done a little banner over there with wooden letters. The little wooden letters, they're really cute. And then on there, then there's little details here. There's a handkerchief in the pocket and a daddy cigar. Well, not a real one, eh? So yeah. Yep, sorry Dad, not a real cigar in there. And then the pencil details, just to add a little bit of details, eh, to that card. And then a little bit of fancy twine on there. And buttons, wooden buttons. On the inner pocket. Made that little pocket there. And then in there, you can actually stuff a note in there. Oh, well, I've got that one. Hey Dad, you rock. But you can very well change that. I'll pop into that pocket there. Or, you know, you could even put a note into the front and a photo at the back, however you wish, you know. So I just got a Velcro sticking up to give it like a bit of a heightened 3D kind of thing effect. And then on the inside of there, got a little Hessian or Hessian sack, however you like to say it in your country. Yeah, little Hessian mat there. So Dad's photo can be stuck on there. And then, of course, a little daddy badge here. Okay. Then on the back, made this little banner. All right, it's a swing banner. So it swings over. It's got on here, it's written, memories are the tender threads of the heart. And then the swing banner goes like so, swings over. Okay. And then in there, I've got some tags, little tags. And they say different things. Like this one says, best wishes, it's a beautiful day. And then, of course, this one's a pretty cool one. I like this one. Say, life isn't about waiting for the storm. It's about learning to dance in the rain. So, up there. And for the sides, you do notice I've done some inking on the borders. I cut this out with craft scissors. You know, the kitty type of craft pattern scissors. I don't have a cutter, like I say. I don't have any fancy machine to do cutting. So, that's what I used. One of those kitty crafty scissors. And then in here, a few more special cards. Like a favorite photo of Dad you could put on there. And remember this, a little bit of journaling about the memory. And of course you could pop in more cards as you like in here. In these pockets, okay? And then in here, it's a little envelope pocket that picks up. And then there's a card in there that's, you know, to note down Dad's special day. Well, actually, this album doesn't really have to work for a Father's Day album. It could be used as a birthday album as well. So, yeah, you could make a circle around Dad's special date there. Okay, that one's done. Then onto this one. It's a little simple one. Just a pocket cutout card. Okay, and then this photo holder. I just love these photo holders. I got them off Kmart. And I'm just happy with that because it's really coming in handy for my albums. So yeah, I'd like to get a couple more once the lockdown's over because I've had to do a lot of improvising during this lockdown. Not even glue, not much to work with. So yeah. Okay, and that was basically that page. So now on the back of there, I've got these little cards or tags, as you would like to call them. And then on these tags, like I was thinking maybe you could write Dad's favorite things to do, Dad's favorite food, anything special about Dad that you would like to note down. You know, Dad's favorite car, clothes, whatever. You just go with your idea. That's something I just thought of. And then on here, I stuck on a little cutout of a koru card. Well, we call that a koru in New Zealand. Really love korus. Yeah. Well, I've always loved that koru pattern. It's beautiful. Okay, so this one is a pop-up card, okay? So it says my dad on there. And then, of course, a little photo pocket there. Okay. And you open that up. You've got a star pop-up card in there. Okay. In here, you could stick Dad's photo in here. Just lift this up over here. And yeah, Dad's photo or message for Dad in there. And then on the side, I've got a little bit of chevron idea. I got this idea of another lady. One of her cards was done with a chevron. Of course, I tweaked it a little bit, and this is what, yeah, this is what I came up with. And these are little strips of, oh man, these were actually wax strips that I bought in India. I bought a whole pack of them. They make them in really colorful colors. So I was quite appreciative. I mean, I've never used them as wax strips, but they're coming in handy for my paper crafting. So yep. And I've used different material in this album, different textures I've decided to add in there. And this card says, you're only given a little spark of madness, you mustn't lose it. And that was by Robin Williams. And I'm also a person who writes my own quotations. So yeah, I've also got my own Facebook group running, you know, with my quotations, my personal writing. So I love this one. And Robin Williams, man, he was a really cool actor. Love that man. But he's not with us anymore, hey? Anyway, then on to, sorry, this card's playing trick on me. Okay, come on. Okay, here we go. So this one's, you can pop a photo of Dad in there. And then at the back, some journaling. Okay, and of course, more cards can be slotted in there. All right. And then this one is a shaker card. Okay, so that little star shaker, got it off Spotlight, I think. It was going on sale. So yeah, that worked out nicely. And then I just put that together to make a card saying, Dad, you're my superstar. Right? Okay. And then at the back cover there, this is the very back of the journal now. So I decided to make a little envelope pocket. But I did not make the envelope by myself because, no, I'm not very confident at the moment with making my, well, I have made a couple of envelopes of my own in my other albums. I've made 2 albums before this that I would like to share with you, but maybe sometimes in the future. But yeah, so this is just a ready envelope that I had leftover from a card that I had bought off a shop. And then in there you've got these little pockets. You've got like, there's actually 3 pockets in here. Okay, so in there you can actually fit in a whole lot of pictures of your dad and maybe messages too. Okay, a pocket full of Dad's photos, right? And then to store that, now I want to talk about this cover page, okay? Because I did say we'll come back to this one at the end, hey? So yeah, So this cover page, this was from the back of the paper pad. I remember I cut it out and I kept it aside, and I was like, that will come in handy for something, and it sure did in this, for this journal album. And then of course wooden letters for Dad in the front, and yeah, pretty simply done, but a nice cover. And then, so this all will now get put together. The whole album would now get put together, okay? And then I'm gonna bind that up and get back to you when I am all done. And before I forget, yes, that will be bound up together, and I'll show you how I've bound that together. Still haven't decided what I'm gonna do with the binding, but I also made this box cover, okay, so that can store my album in. Okay, so those are cork letters. Pretty simply done with ribbon on the side there. And yeah, so here we go. That's gonna go in there, and then the album will fit in there. Once it's all bound up, it's gonna look lovely. So we'll all get packed tidily in there and ready to go. Okay everyone, so this is the complete album for you, all bound up. So I used a little bit of string on there to bind all that together. Yeah, and at the back a little bow. It's a bit rough on the edges, but that's all right because daddies are rough, so that will be fine for Dad. Not everything can be perfect. And then it's gonna get tucked into that box, and here we go. Put the cover on, and that's ready to go to a special dad. Okay, so if you liked my video and you want to see more of my creativity or craft creations in the future, please don't forget to subscribe and click on the like button. Leave a comment or two. I would like to know your thoughts and feelings about the ideas that I've put in my albums, what I can improve, what you liked, what you didn't like, would be all much appreciated. So again, thank you for watching. Take care everybody, till we meet again.